right, gotta fix that there. Hey everybody, welcome to another Saturday Night 605. For you folks that don't know what 605 means, that was on the old TBS back in the 80s. That's when the NWA used to do their World Championship Wrestling show at 605. And I kindly like to do that tradition of 605. We may start a little late, but we look to get there.
Yeah, we'll start at 606.
Yeah, exactly. never. We can never get it right on the dime, but we have a lot to talk about, and definitely, let me introduce the partial hardcore crew who are right now on. First of all, he is the IPTV guy himself. He is the Uber of Westchester.
Delightful.
Yeah, right. And oh, great! What the hell? Okay, resume call. Excuse me, all. We seem to be.
Okay. I don't know what happened there, but alright.
I don't know. Okay, here we go. Well, waiting on Lance to come in, but he is the Uber of Westchester himself. He is Johnny Perez. Johnny, welcome to the show.
Oh man, this is great. Saturday night, 605. Reminds me of the old days. WTBS, World Championship Wrestling, the National Wrestling Alliance. It's great to do it again, guys. You know what? Just like they did, we're going to do some damage.
Absolutely, and he is the Wednesday Night Warrior himself, the redneck gourmet chef himself that puts Chef Ramsay to shame.
You damn right.
He is the incomparable one, Lance Moss. Lance, welcome to another Saturday.
Oh, come on.
Well, gee.
Guys, I'll be right back. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yes, we can.
You sound like you're underwater, but yes, we can.
All right. Well, Lance, welcome to Saturday night. I was going to say Saturday night's main event.
Well, let me tell you something, Mean Joe.
Yeah, brother. Let's throw a couple of brothers in there.
Right.
And she is Kentucky's own, the Southern Belle, the Vicious Vixen. She is the Vicious Vixen herself, Zoe Nightshade, but we know her as Kayla Hobbs. Hey, Kayla.
Vicious Vixen. I kind of like a ring to that. Hey guys, how's everybody doing?
Pretty good. We got a lot to talk about. Rick is having a hard time. He's coming in and out. He seems to be having technical with his mic on his mic side, but we are going to go while he sets up. We're going to go quickly into the rumors, and we'll go real fast into this because we do have an action-packed show coming on, and we do have a lot to cover. So let's start off with WrestleVotes. It's saying that WWE has presented The Undertaker with a pitch for a match at SummerSlam, and it's something he wanted himself at some point. So with that, I don't know which worker he wants to work with or anything like that, but Lance, The Undertaker seems to have a match already set for him.
Well, as long as they don't try to make him outdo something he's not capable of anymore, hey, if he can put out a good match, cool. Just as long as it ain't John Boy again.
Oh, God. We don't want to see that.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Yep. We can hear you. Why do I feel like this? Why does it feel like this? That Verizon commercial? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? All right. Well, let's go around. Continue around the table. What do you think, Kayla, about the Undertaker?
I think it's a good idea. I mean, like, you know, you guys just said, as long as they don't have him doing something that he can't do, because, I mean, the The man's been in wrestling forever,
That's one, too.
it seems like, a little wear and tear on his body. I wouldn't mind seeing Undertaker go up against Elias myself.
Yep, that would be a good match. And Rick, we can hear you. He is the CEO of HWR himself, Rick Head. Rick, welcome to Saturday night with those technical difficulties.
Apparently, he's still having them.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I say about TNA all the time. You,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he can hear us, but I can't hear them.
you know, unless he could turn into the podcast show and listen to it live, both on the HWR chat room on Facebook.
There'd be a lag like a sumbitch.
Yeah, and and on YouTube at HWR Show. So, and there he is, now our own George Bancatetas. If I probably butchered that last name, Lance.
Manakis, yeah.
Yeah, Banakis. That's
Just
what I
call him
said.
George.
Yes.
But Kayla, he did like it when you called him Georgie last time. Just like
Listen, I love Georgie. He is like always listening to us. He is so devoted. Thank you so much, Georgie.
I
Just
think
don't make the girls cry.
Yeah.
Right.
well, it does,
And
but
get
his
your finger
face
and get his
kinda-
finger out of that pie. You know, the only reason he's listening because Lance forces him to.
Yes.
God.
Hey, and
Lance, you evil bastard.
Hey, he gets us a view.
and also in the HWR show on YouTube, he is Ryan Arnold. Hey, Ryan, missed you a couple times on my podcast. Good to see you on. And we are really moving, and I guess Rick just dropped out because he's having technical difficulties. He just needs to call tech support. Thank you for calling. What can I do for you? I am George Washington. Well, George, I can't fucking hear myself speaking, so can you fix that? Yeah, typing Ganesh is good. Turn off your computer and restart it a couple of times, and then you should be good.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, let's continue. Johnny, let's go with you with the Undertaker's match.
He's gonna be able to pick anybody he wants.
Well, there is somebody that he wants to take on, and apparently that's been a quiet, personal thing between him. They did pitch a match to him. He said looks like he's agreeing to it because it's somebody he wanted at some point himself. I honestly, you know what? Has the Undertaker ever take on John Cena?
Yes,
No.
WrestleMania.
Good God. Tell me.
Wound up with Taker's nuts in his face.
Then, you know what? What if that individual's either AJ Styles?
All right, guys.
He's back. He's back.
Yay.
He made it. He made it.
Boss man, can you hear us?
And he's gone again.
Danger, Will Robinson. All right, well, we're going to continue going real quick because, we do have a long show as of this. Also, AJ...
I can't hear shit, guys. I don't know what the fuck the problem is with this fucking
Yeah.
Every other app works. Sorry, guys. I'm going to take off
You
right
need
now.
to call tech support.
Masala.
Boy, and you people say I'm bad. I'm just feeding it to them folks, so they just go along.
Yeah.
You're influencing us, Joe.
Joe, we're just reading from the script.
And that was a modified script.
Yeah.
Well, Rick, hope you can get that set. If you manage to fix it, just come back, jump back on the show, and we can definitely, we can put you in here.
Everything else works.
Yep, so it has to be his PC doing it. All right, so let's go over it real quick. According to the Observer, AJ Styles isn't scheduled for WWE shows over the weekend or SmackDown next week. That's because he's in Australia. In Australia, where the Iconics come from, for promotional work. And I always said, Johnny, this is what separates WWE workers from any worker from around, from Impact to Ring of Honor, is that the WWE pushes them out in the public.
That is correct. They actually, it's like they force them down people's throats. You don't really like it.
All right, guys, final test.
Final test.
Can you hear us, boss man?
Are you coming from Cobb County, Georgia?
I guess he's coming from the moon.
I don't know what the fuck the problem is.
We can hear you, but you just can't hear us.
Yeah.
You know what it is, Joe? Is that, you know, they'll take a guy and they'll stuff him down people's throats. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you got to do it. You got to put him out there with the people. Let the people see him going, and they're good to go. That's you're right. That's what separates the WWE from all those other organizations. Correct.
Whoa! What the hell?
Uh-oh.
It's a boop beep boop boop beep boop 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 boop. Okay, that's Rick, folks. That's if you're wondering. So go ahead, Johnny. We heard before the boop beep boop boop boop. Boop boop.
No, I mean that's the correct way of doing it. You got to showcase your people. Put them anywhere and everywhere possible. Stuff it down people's throat if you have to. Who cares? Just get them out there, and that's how you differentiate the WWE from all the other guys. Plain and simple, like you said.
Absolutely. You know, Kayla, it kind of also helps AJ Styles rest up a bit because I gotta say, I've never seen the hardest working champion of all time. I mean, we talk about other great champions. There were no slouches, but AJ Styles really goes out there and performs and performs. It's like he wants to really go all out each time he's out there.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, hats off to AJ. And with him being, you know, one of the hardest working guys in WWE, you know, I still don't think he's going to get any rest because he's going to find something else to get into whenever he's supposed to be on his downtime, knowing him. But I think it's a great move with WWE. You got all these kids coming out to see their heroes. So, I mean, I think it's great. A lot of people look up to AJ.
Absolutely. Well, let's go to you, Lance. You know, I think, again, it's just a good time for him to rest up his body, you know, get the promotional work out there.
Yeah. We're probably going to see AJ Styles, the 5-star frog, hits a the Styles Clash on a damn kangaroo while he's down there.
Well,
that hits that flying forearm on a koala or something.
Yeah, maybe if we're lucky, he'll miss the koala and hit the Iconics.
Oh no, we can't encourage violence against women. That I won't do that.
Oh yeah, I forget. We live in a snowflake world.
And I already hear PETA knocking down our door, talking about
Now,
the kangaroo.
if Nia Jax wants to beat the hell out of them, cool. But man on woman violence, no.
Yeah, sheesh, right? Imagine she really got pissed off and just started beating the piss out of people. That would.
Ronda got pissed.
Exactly. All right, let's move over to another note. The Wrestling Observer newsletter notes that Charlotte is having surgery on June 19th, which just passed. And she's out until SummerSlam. So any storyline that's going to be built up is going to be put in the back burner. She might do maybe a tag match. She might be doing something, but it's definitely for that boob job that exploded on her. Let's go to you. Kayla. Not because you have boobs, but because you. Oh yeah, that might be.
Well, yeah, it might be. I cannot imagine how painful that was for her to go through that. But I mean, I'm wondering, you know, whenever they do bring her back, is this going to be a whole new Charlotte, or are we going to see heel Charlotte return, or what are we going to do?
You know, that's a good question, and I think right now she's kind of the tweener because she doesn't mind fighting whoever steps in her way. So we will have to see. And right now, with Sasha Banks going full heel, like anybody really cares, you know, I think it's a possibility that she might stay babyface or stay a tweener just to fight Sasha Banks. You know, and let's go to you, Lance. What do you think? Charlotte, she's out. She's out. And instead of
wouldn't she have to switch brands to be able to fight Sasha?
No, she's on Raw.
I guess
Sasha's on Raw. Charlotte's on SmackDown.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that shows you how much I pay attention to the WWE.
Well, I'm gonna say, I know that didn't make no dang dumb sense. All right.
Well, they might bring her back to take on Becky Lynch then, because I see her and Becky had a little wobble.
I mean, I could have sworn she already had surgery regarding this whole incident. Then I remembered, oh right, she had to have part of her grill worked on.
Mm-hmm.
So fix that, then fix the boobs. So, but yeah, we never know with a Flair. You never know how they're gonna come back, but they're gonna come back.
Well, and she'll come out in typical Flair fashion with the big robes and all that. Final word on Charlotte, Johnny.
You know, a major star is not going to be around for a while. I like to see Charlotte go up against Sasha again, even though she is turning heel, and like you said, who cares? But I think the big picture in this whole thing is that I think Charlotte needs to really focus on is getting a good boob doctor next time. So this way, this doesn't happen again.
But you know, she should put squeeze toys in there so that way when she does those flips, if she lands on a mat,
it doesn't just pop out like, you know. Like
it'll just go squeak.
Water balloon.
It'll go squeak.
Well, if they want to pop out, we're okay with that. Just we don't want them to pop.
I don't know. Have you seen her naked? I don't think you want to see that, buddy.
Yeah,
no,
all right. That's why I think that's why I do kind of give some credence to the whole Herbie and Reed thing.
Yeah, you don't want to see a naked Reed Flair out there. Absolutely not.
I've seen the pictures of Charlotte, so I kind of have.
Yeah, we found every time she takes off her trunks in the bottom, we find Captain Winky.
We hear. This is what we hear.
Yep.
Balls dropping.
Every time Becky Lynch bends down in front of her, it's like, Charlotte, is that your fist next to me? No, baby, just don't worry about it. That's just a piece of the.
Oh my!
That's a piece of the metal of the ring. Yeah.
It's about to be tea tight. Hey.
All right. You know, a lot of people are coming back to the WWE. Alicia Fox was cleared as of June 18th. Jason Jordan should be back in July. And good news, Dean Ambrose has been once again working out in the Performance Center, so he should be probably coming back by SummerSlam. So with that, we should be fine. I don't know. I'm not too keen about Jordan and a Fox, but having Dean Ambrose back, Kayla, I think that's a big plus. He's been definitely missed.
Yes! Thank God. I can't wait for him to come back. I'm ready to see him in his element again.
All right, let's go to you, Lance.
Well, to paraphrase an old Meatloaf song, well, hell, 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Well, and put Jason Jordan back with his partner, you know, and Alicia. Just give her future endeavors, and let the lunatic be the lunatic.
Yes.
You know, and again, that's where it's good to have like Impact Wrestling or something, because people like Fox, like Jordan, they should go there, build up themselves, and then come back. I think that'll be the only thing. Over in the HWR show on YouTube, George says there's not enough bleach in the world to erase that image. I'm guessing he's regarding Charlotte Flair. And it goes from
I'm going to hear about that later tonight. I know it.
Yep, and it goes from woo to ow.
But hey, at least it ain't Nicole Bass.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, good God.
I'm a pretty lady.
All right, but you know what, fans? That is the rumors, and we're going to go on to the show. You know, we have a big thing going on, and definitely, as you can see from your screen, Big Cass is gone from the WWE. Now, they did credit he did a great match with Daniel Bryan in Money in the Bank, but due to other issues that he was having, like getting drunk during the European tour, problems from having heat in the back, there's a couple of things he's done. Others, the WWE says, "Psst, you're out of here, boy." Now there's rumors going on, and it's crazy already. Johnny, I'm going to direct this to you because you and me, we know the indie circuit, especially when it comes to Jersey. Already there are mark promoters looking to put Enzo and Big Cass back together as under the team name Real One.
Oh my God! They want to put the alcoholic and the guy who pees in the shower together. Okay.
I don't think alcoholic was the guy that peed in the shower.
Yeah, you could call him the Big Wheeze.
The Big Wheeze. There you go. Look, they're going to be paying an X amount of dollars for these two knuckleheads to get in the ring and wrestle in front of a capacity crowd of like 50 people.
Hey.
Whatever. Big Cass was dumb enough to have a drinking problem that screwed up his entire WWE career because he was a miserable drunk. He always started fights, always got into problems. He's not a good drinker. So it is what it is. Put them together. You're going to spend $10,000 on these guys and only get like 50 people to watch them. I could kill us.
And then there was the other thing. I'm going to toss this now to you, Kayla. Big Cass also had an issue of going off script during segments of SmackDown Live. Now, as Johnny and I know, in the old days, we didn't need scripts when it came to promos or segments.
It was all freelanced.
You being in today's wrestling, I'm sure is a lot different.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, now, even in the promotion that I'm with, we do not do scripts whatsoever. The promoter says, hey, keep it, interesting, but don't go over the line as far as like your language and stuff, because we have a lot of kids that come watch us. But I mean, Big Cass, I can't feel bad for him. He did it to himself. I mean, he should have known. On top of it, I mean, it was released earlier today that in the back, right before SmackDown Live, he tried to get with Carmella to talk to her about reconciling the relationship. She didn't want to. He grabbed her arm forcibly, and it took both Usos and Eric Rowan stepping in to make him let go of her.
And again, that is the problem sometimes with these guys today. Lance, I think sometimes, they make it to the big time, which is the only big time, and sometimes it gets to their heads.
Yeah. I mean, and technically, Big Cass shouldn't even have an ego because he is at most mid card. Well, actually, he's no card right now, but I mean having one of the boys having to three of the boys having to restrain you from an ex, that's not good. Actually, that's very bad. Yeah. Actually, I kind of want to take his dang head off myself, but that and his going off script, like, I'll put it like this. Y'all remember a couple weeks back when they were in Memphis for SmackDown? There is no Memphis County Fair. There's the Mid-South Fair, but that's in dang between August or September. So, no, he didn't.
Yeah. And it's funny, but, hopefully, I hate to say this, but, I hope Impact Wrestling, channels the money and puts these two together and does something with them, because, Kayla, you brought the question on in the HWR chat room the other day. Can they use their regular name, or can they use their names? Enzo technically can use Enzo. He doesn't have to use Enzo Amore. Hell, he could say Enzo Love, which is Amore in Italian. So he can say that, or he could just call himself Enzo, and the other person calls him. And Big Cass can call himself either Cass or Big C or anything, which is totally legal. We've seen it with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. So I think if they put them together, it'll probably benefit them and have a big, powerful stable in Impact. And those two, as funny as it says, those two right there will bring up a little bit of Impact's ratings if they are done right. Just Enzo's commentating on the mic alone, he can get it over. So can you imagine that? And guys, right after Big Cass was let go, Enzo actually tweeted to Big Cass and says, "How you doing?" So that's kind of already reaching out to the big man himself and saying, "Hey, guess what? This is, time for them to start getting back together, settle all their differences." Let's go into another thing. We were also surprised in Money in the Bank. We kind of toyed with the idea during the Money in the Bank Asuka versus Carmella match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. We saw another person come out dressed as Asuka, and we were just going back and forth trying to figure out who this person was. Lo and behold, it was James Ellsworth. What a thing for us to see in him returning to WWE after they let him go. So, Johnny, I'm going to say this. I remember when workers used to be workers, and they used to get over. Guys like Mr. Wonderful, guys like Rick Rude, Butch Reed, all these other guys. And yet, here is James Ellsworth, and he is, with a WWE contract. What do you think?
Yeah. We're probably going to have to restate the question.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that was a little difficulty on my part there.
No problem. I was talking about, coming from our era when we had guys that looked like workers. And we went from, if you look at your screen, folks, let me make sure the guys in the HW chat room, they can probably see this. We went from Mr. Wonderful, from Rowdy Piper, to Rick Rude, to Butch Reed, Tony and Arn, to this.
I think that guy pumped my gas the other day.
I think he was the guy that says, "Do you want fries with that?"
No, isn't he part of the Monkey family?
No, that's an insult to the Monkeys.
This could be a payback, saying, "Monkeys, we're sorry for everything we've done for you. We'll take your grandson here, and we'll give him a little freedom, a little stardom there." You know what I mean? Unbelievable how they can make someone like him a freaking jobber type guy into what he is today. It's ridiculous. I don't understand. I don't know what happened to the wrestlers of yesteryear and the wrestlers of today. I don't know. Where to go, Joe?
Yep. Let's go to you, Kayla. Again, you're also a worker in the business. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, as far as that goes, in wrestling, you are expected to look a certain way. You are expected to be fit and in shape. And, I mean, he's pudding, basically. He's nothing. He's runny. He's flat. I can't stand him. And it's not that he's a heel, the reason why I can't stand him. The reason I can't stand him is because he is a joke in the business. I can't stand him because he's making it look bad. It's got more and more people, wrestling sucks. Look at that James Ellsworth dude. He's in it.
Yeah, it's... What's bad about the whole scenario is we had this issue back in the day when...
You guys can hear me now?
Yep.
Can you hear us?
About fucking time.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. He is the CEO. I'll say this again. He is the CEO.
Hold on.
What? Uh-oh.
You said hold on. That's not good.
That's not
damn.
good.
Guys, I'm not doing the show tonight. I'm too fucking aggravated.
Okay.
That's what happens when you watch too much
Sorry.
Impact.
What?
That's what happens when you watch too much Impact. Okay.
He's going to kill you.
He knows I love him. Not like that, but he knows I love him. All right, and I hope Rick gets that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we could put. I'm kind of lost my train for thought there. Oh yes, we were talking about workers who look like workers and people like James Ellsworth coming into play. Back to the situation, Kayla. Again, when I used to book, and Johnny knows, I want people that look like workers. At least have a definition, to have a build. When you see a guy like James Ellsworth who's making these millions of dollars, going out there looking like somebody that can, like Johnny said, pump your gas, or like me, he can serve you fries at McDonald's, there's a problem.
Oh, big time, tremendously. I mean, I'm not no skinny mini. I'm not, buff or butch, whatever. I'm not, muscular in any means. But at least whenever I do go out there, I broadcast what I can do, and I take it seriously. I don't treat it like a joke.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we go on to our next segment, our next topic, should I say, I got to bring up something that's definitely sad news. And if you look at your screen, not too long ago we lost Big Van Vader. The former WCW World Heavyweight Champion, who basically was misused in the WWE. He had some matches. He pretty much... he had issues with Shawn Michaels and the Clique, so I guess that's why he was thrown out. But you know what? The man was battling pneumonia for like a month, and finally his heart gave out to him. So our condolences to the White family, because Big Van Vader's real name was Leon White. So our condolences to the family. Big Van Vader was a great, he was one of those big men, just like Bam Bam Bigelow, who can move around. Well, let's go to you, Johnny, real quick. Let's quick words on Big Van Vader. Yeah, Lance.
Really?
I guess Rick is not the only one.
Yeah.
All right, Lance. Let's go to you then.
Well, Grant, I think Vader had a decent run in WWE or F at the time, but the two places where he excelled. It flat out excelled was WCW and Japan.
Yep.
Because he had a problem with the Clique, but honestly, it's really not a surprise that he passed on. It's because about a year and a half, 2 years ago, they said he was pretty much on borrowed time anyway. It's just you hate to lose a guy like that. Oh man.
Well, it just goes. It's another worker from the heyday that's moved on, that's passed on, and we're slowly losing those who made wrestling what it is. Kayla, real quick on Big Van Vader before we move on.
I mean, it's heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie. I did tear up a little bit whenever the news first broke about it, because even though I didn't know him, he was a hero in my book. I remember watching him. I remember my mom asking me, hey, what time is it? Being all serious, and me responding, as a little kid going, it's Vader time. It's heartbreaking, and my prayers are completely with that entire family and all their close friends.
Yep, definitely. He will be missed. All right, folks. You know what? And, there he is. He's back.
Right. That was technical difficulties that was passed on by a great leader there. I remember
talking about Vader, baby.
Oh man, let me tell you, I remember watching the promos that they had in WCW when they were going to bring Vader out, and he was in Japan. He put his mask on the ground, and he just shook his hands, and the smoke came out of the mat, and it was fantastic. One of the best guys in the business. Former WCW champion. I think he should have been a WWE champion, but in all honesty, I think Vader was really good at what he did, and he entertained us for many years. May he rest in peace.
One thing I'm gonna say, it's a shame because they did team in Japan, It would have been interesting to see that tag team of him and Bam Bam Bigelow come to like one of the major, like at the time, the WCW or the WWF, because that's what they were back in that time. You know, imagine these two coming in who can move, who can do high spots. They'll make the natural disasters of earthquake and typhoon look like amateurs because these guys didn't know how to move.
I can one up you.
Okay.
Bam Bam and Vader versus the hardcore chair swinging freaks of Rotten and Mahoney.
You know what? I thought you were gonna say Cactus and Funk, but yeah, those two. That's another good group, and we're gonna have to do that. Like best unknown tag teams or tag teams that we really don't remember. So we're going to move on to another topic, everybody. Here we go. John Cena wants to reverse his vasectomy. So he wants to get unfixed. I probably blew that vasectomy. There you go. That's my New York accent coming in there. So he can have kids with Nikki Bella. My question is, why, John? Why?
Why would we want to have little Cenas running around for?
Or little Bella.
Don't you already have enough little Cenas running around?
Yeah, right? Jesus. Well, can you imagine him giving his kids...
Cena before he spreads the disease.
Well, you know what? It'd be funny. He'll be giving his kids the Cena juice, and they'll be growing really quick. You know, and it says here, John Cena got his shit fixed at some point in time. You know, we're not quite sure, but to buy that one for the sake of argument, let's assume that he did. Vasectomies are very painful. You know, the best surgeons in the world cannot guarantee the reversal will be successful. For the past 20 years, the state to catalyze or burn the nerves that fertilize the semen, making it nearly impossible to reverse the process. So, in layman's terms, you know, he might have a problem getting his little wee-wee back up to shoot the Cena juice into the Bella. So... let's go to you, Kayla. You know,
our thoughts
exactly. I'm not the guy that's making sure, but I mean, I looked it up. It is extremely, utterly rare to be able to have kids if you are successful in reversing your vasectomy, which that is also rare as well. Plus, you also have to think about it. How old's John Cena now? I mean, at a certain age, your body's not going to cooperate with you whenever it comes to making babies.
Absolutely, you know, and you know, it's a kind of a risk for him and Nikki Bella because that's going to probably be the person he's going to probably have to spend the rest of his time with until they get divorced, and then she'll take everything from him. But that's, you know, that's John Boy for you. Let's go over to you, Lance. What do you think?
Kayla's ew at our thoughts exactly. Because no, I don't want to think about that area of John Cena at all. No, delete.
But you know you are.
All right, Johnny. On the subject of the weenie. What do you think with John Boy?
Have anyone gone on YouTube to actually see how this procedure is done? It looks excruciating painful. And it looks, the way it's done, that there may not be a reversible part to this thing. I mean, they actually cut a piece in the... They actually cut it in half. And then they take like 2 inches away from it. And then they burn it. So, if you ever want to see how it's done, go on YouTube and check it. I actually saw it today, and I kind of like almost fainted at just the sight of what they've done. I don't know if it's going to be reversible. Yeah. But let's hope not, because who wants little Cena bastards running around the WWE locker room?
That and finally something Cena can't kick at it too of.
Exactly.
Imagine him as a father. You can't poop between this time and that time. You can't. Come on.
Yeah. And again,
even though I think it's all bullshit, I think it's all bullshit. I don't think he had any type of vasectomy. I think it's all bullshit.
Yeah, I think that's all of a work as well. Speaking of a work, Ronda Rousey has been suspended for 30 days. She wasn't really active anyway, so it's not like that's a big difference there. Unless, do we have a woodpecker or something? I just heard a woodpecker.
No, that was me clapping. I was cheering.
Oh, okay. Either that or my marbles in my head is finally starting to knock back and forth. So it's not like she's active anyway, and she needs to train more. So this past Monday on Raw, we did get to see Ronda Rousey, go completely off bonkers in MMA mode and attack Alexa Bliss and Kurt Angle, the current GM, causing Kurt to give her a 30-day suspension. Now, I saw that Angle on TV while I was at work. Yes, I am able to watch it at work. And I thought at times she was going to destroy Alexa Bliss because she didn't look like she didn't know how to hold back. And then when she was trying to hold back, you could clearly see, Lance, that the punches were missing.
Well, that Monday night is something how she should have actually came in. Not this big old grin on her face, smiling, skipping down the ramp. She should have came in as Ronda freaking Rousey, not freaking a knockoff of Bayley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when we think Ronda Rousey, we think a bitch is going to beat some ass.
Yep.
Not, oh, hey, I'm so glad to be here. Crap,
Absolutely. Also, Lance, George says regarding the vasectomy topic, I don't know how we went on that again, but it's like, he says, get him, Kayla. Make Lance pay for that Nicole Bass comment.
Oh,
George, you realize
love you,
as this
George.
call ends, I'm going to be talking to y'all, right?
So now you see, now my brain has went off. Kayla, did you see that segment on Monday?
I did. Part of me was like, oh, thank you, God, she's suspended. But whenever I would go back and watch it, you could clearly tell she held back a lot with those punches. And part of me does have to wonder if maybe she was just too sore from falling out of the ring the night before after those firebombs. But, yay, we don't have to see her for 30 days. Thank you, God.
Yeah, it's not like we've seen her in 30 days anyway, but Kurt,
Right.
you finally did a good job. Even Baron Corbin must have.
Yeah, I do gotta say, she did do quite a nice hip toss or a hip throw on Kurt Angle.
Oh, yeah. There was some stuff that looked really well done. But then if you look at it, it was mostly MMA moves, so of course they're going to flow really well. Let's move on to another topic real quick. Shinsuke Nakamura, the guy who's the strong style of ball shots, already mentioned that after his contract expires with the WWE, he is going back to New Japan Wrestling. I think if he starts doing better as a heel, I could see WWE extending his contract. But if he goes back to New Japan, that'll be a boost for them, because right now they need star power. They don't have no more the Ricky Shoshus, the Masahiro Chonos, or the Kujimoto. So if Shinsuke went back, he could be their star. Johnny, I just threw a couple of names out from the old days of New Japan. And right now the current New Japan roster just doesn't have the star power that will make them worldwide known, except for Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega.
who are not Japanese, but anyway. Can you hear me, Joe?
Yep, go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Being that I was ousted from the Ronda Rousey part, I guess I'll answer this one.
And you can answer the Ronda Rousey part too. Making sure you're paying attention here, because Lord knows some of us are not.
What? What's going on?
Yeah, that's funny. Eat the pizza. Here's the thing. Shinsuke Nakamura, I think his time is done already in the WWE. His matches with AJ were good. He never won the title. If his contract is up, he's gonna leave, head back to New Japan as a superstar. Go right ahead. You know, I mean, they can use the talent out there other than American talent. Like you said, back in the year, Tatsumi Fujinami, what's that? Kensuke, whatever his name was again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Saki guy. Antonio Inoki. You know, I mean, you had this Giant Baba. You had all these great name guys. You know that, and it's not at that status anymore. So hopefully, maybe Shinsuke can go back there and help bring that New Japan back to its luster of yesteryear. Maybe.
Absolutely. You know, Kayla, let's go to you. Oh, wait a minute, Johnny. Let's talk about the Ronda Rousey for you. What do you think?
Oh, Jesus Christ. It should have been 30 months instead of 30 days. She needs a lot of work. She really does. I think her persona as the baddest chick on the planet screws up as soon as she comes on and she starts laughing. And that screws it all up. You know, I always say you have this image you're supposed to portray, but you come out with big smiles and waving to people. You're supposed to be the baddest woman on the planet. Show it. Don't come out there all smiley faces like you said, like fucking Bailey. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. All right, Kayla, let's go to you regarding Shinsuke Nakamura. What do you think?
With him, I feel like he screwed himself over making that announcement, because now we all know how Vince McMahon is. We all know how creative is. Now that he's mentioned, oh yeah, whenever I get done, I get to go back to not speaking English anymore and going over to Japan. I don't think they're going to use him as much anymore now.
Well, you know what? Sometimes I'm going to say that with the opportunity to lose a worker, because right now WWE is going to be working with New Japan Wrestling, the scenario of him going and leaving, that kind of sets the standard. Like, hey, you know what? Now I can go over here. Thank you for your help. Have a nice day. You know, sometimes Vince is vengeful and might keep him on the roster, which again, it's a win-win for Shinsuke, because regardless, he's going to make a lot of money in either company. So I think that's if he decides to stay, Vince gives him an extension, or he goes back to New Japan. It's all about the status and him making money. Lance, let's go to you.
Oh, Vince is definitely a vengeful bastard. It is what it is. I mean, let's not forget what he did to Rey Mysterio. Kept him. Ray wanted to leave, but he kept him there for, I want to say, close to 3 years. Just off TV, wouldn't let him out of the contract. Yep. So let's not make a mistake. Vince is a vengeful bastard. But could this be a little bit of a, just a little bit of a negotiation ploy, possibly?
I think, yep, that could be also. Again, that's where this comes down. So we will have to see what happens with Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, on another note, Sami Zayn might be out as well. Reports going around that Sami Zayn needs operation on both rotor cuffs at the same time. WWE announced that Sami Zayn underwent one of the 2 rotor cuff surgeries. Most rotor cuffs repairs usually take anywhere from 6 to 9 months, if not longer, for a full recovery. And with 2 rotor cuffs injured, we might not even see him for a year. You know, so that's a big news there, with Sami Zayn being possibly out for a year. Johnny, you know, I never had a rotor cuff issue, and I don't know if you have, but those are painful, and you could be out for a while.
He could be out for quite some time. A rotator cuff is not easy, man. I mean, that's your shoulder we're talking about. You know, it's a very delicate area. You know, he won't get back in the ring till maybe January.
Yeah, exactly. You know, let's go to you, Kayla. What do you think with Sami Zayn?
Well, I mean, with Sami, you know, yeah, he's a heel. We're supposed to hate him. I know a lot of people, whenever the story broke, was like, yay, we won't have to see him, blah, blah, blah. still, yet you do have to think the man does have the family. This is his paycheck we're talking about, and this is his career. I would not wish, an injury on any wrestler, honestly. It sucks.
Yeah, absolutely. Lance, what about you?
Well, since you said at one is 6 to 9 months, which would put him out roughly till WrestleMania. So possibly come back at the Andre, maybe. But it could also give him a chance to work on his gimmick, which a blessing in disguise. And also, since Bobby Lashley did it, make Bobby Lashley fund the pay for whatever Sammy needs, and then fire Bobby Lashley. Because, well, fuck it.
What? Fire Bobby Tony Atlas Jr. Lashley?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. All right, folks. And on the final topic, it is Brie Bella wanting to return. She wants to return to the ring after she has her second child. So I guess the GOAT boy, Daniel Bryan, is getting warmed up to finally get into the ring one more time to lay the whammy on the Brie Meister. And after that, she might want to come. She's looking to come back to the ring. I say, you know what? That's a bad thought, because once you have one kid, that's one thing. Having two, I think her career is going to be done until those kids get a little older. And if she's a good mother, which I doubt Bellas are, they should sit down and really start considering come back on specialty events, and that's it, if even that. So Brie, just make your kids and stay out of the ring. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see you. Nobody wants to see your brain dead sister. Nobody cares about your mom and John Laurinaitis, Johnny A's dynamic dude. So, the only
John
person.
Laurinaitis.
Yeah, nobody cares. They rather care for. Right now, they mostly care for Daniel Bryan. They don't even care for Cena anymore. So, out of that whole family, Daniel Bryan's the only winner, because they were still.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see him.
Yes.
And since he's
that's what Brie Bella's gonna be saying.
Exactly, and she's gonna be going rub that goat face down there. So let's go with you, Johnny. We're gonna see another Daniel Bryan child. I don't even know what the first one was.
So you got the goat and the sheep.
Yep.
Let's see. She wants to come back after she has a second child. Why is she having a second child anyway? She's lucky she had the first one with this guy. Holy shit. I mean, it is what it is. Is that the one that had the broken neck?
No,
that was Nikki.
Brie is the one that doesn't have boobs.
Oh.
Joe, now she kind of does.
Yeah, now she kind of does, but she has them naturally now.
Alright, she's still a Bella, so who gives a shit?
Exactly.
She comes back. She'll probably end up being the champ again. It is what it is with the Bellas. They sleep their way to the top. We already know that.
All right, let's go to you, Kayla. What do you think? Should Nikki Bella just call it, or you think she should, come back?
Personally, I think Brie does need to call it. I mean, she's a really good mom. I've seen videos, of random people taping her out in public without her having any knowledge that they're taping her. She is so attentive to this baby. But the thing is two babies traveling everywhere, husbands having to travel everywhere. You've got your own businesses going on with your clothes and wine and all this other crap. She's not going to have the energy or the time to be both mommy, businesswoman, and wrestler.
Absolutely. That's a very good point. And then don't forget the Total Bellas TV show and Total Divas. So she's going to have more on her plate than she thinks. Wrestling should be far away from her mind at this point. Lance, final word on Nikki Bella, and Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan.
Well, I'll put it like this. I'd rather see Brie return than I would Nikki, because I think she's a far better wrestler than her sister is. And, hey, if she wants to have a second kid and then come back after a certain number of years after that, why not? Because, hey, everybody, if she can, cool. If it turns out she can't, well, too bad, so sad. I mean,
Absolutely. You know what? And fans, with that, I'm going to say thank you for tuning in. This has been an informative hour. We've had Rick jumping back and forth. We hope that he gets everything that he has going set so we can have him on the show again. And with that, I'm going to thank the Hardcore Crew here for being part of this. I'm going to do a quick shout out. I'm going to throw this out there real fast. Check out BC Games and More. They will be live tonight on Facebook at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So check out, do the hashtag BC Games and More. And also, if you are in Erie, Pennsylvania from July 13th to 15th, check out HazardCon. It's an anime, manga, video games, cosplay, you name it, that's going to be there. Check them out. July 13th to 15th, hazardcon.org. I will be there broadcasting live. So check me out as well, and I will give you information about the other folks. So do that. Do check those two things out. And let's go to everybody here, the Hardcore Crew. First of all, he is the incomparable one, Lance Moss. Lance, tell everybody where they can find you and what's going on. And save some pizza for us.
You can, actually, that pizza recipe is going to be going up in a few weeks. But you can find me at youtube.com/LanceMossTV. When my computer will let me, I do Lance Moss TV and Friends. It's just not letting me do that right now because I don't know why. And every Friday I put up a video, and we are smack dab in the middle of the Redneck Gourmet season. And hit me up on Twitter. It's at Lance Moss TV.
All right. She is the vicious vixen herself, Kayla Hobbs. Everybody knows her as Zoe Nightshade in Kentucky's Own Wrestling. Kayla, tell everybody what's going on and where they can find you.
Okay, well, they can actually, if they are in Kentucky this coming weekend, you guys can find me at the Williamsburg National Guard Armory at 7:30. Me and my boys are going to tear it down. Or you can find me on Facebook under Kayla Hobbs or my fan page, Zoe Nightshade. I want to do a big happy birthday shout out to my mom. And shout out to my KCW brothers and sisters. And a big congratulations to Joe for getting another grandbaby to spoil.
Oh, thank you with that. And yes, happy birthday to your mom from us and the Hardcore Crew.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I'm getting older. My kids are having kids, but the best thing is I can spoil them, fill them up with sugar, and send them home and let them do chaos at home.
Because he's a heel.
Exactly. He is the IPTV guy as well as the Uber of Westchester.
Delightful.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kayla.
Oh, Lord. The Uber of Westchester.
Oh, I love that.
There you go. And he is Johnny Perez. Johnny, tell everybody where they can find you and what's going on, buddy.
Absolutely. I'm here to save everyone money in all their streaming needs, movies, TV shows, sporting events, pay-per-views, cable, you name it, I'll help you save it. You can contact me at gr8iptv@gmail.com, or you can check out my Instagram at IPTV_guy. Also, if you guys want some part-time work, you want to make some extra money, Uber is a great way to do it. There's plenty of bonuses and incentives for all new drivers. You can check me out at the Uber of Westchester on YouTube, or same name, the Uber of Westchester on Instagram.
There you go. And let me do some quick shout outs. If you're into the paranormal and you like shows from the UK, then check out Stoked Haunted. They won't bullshit you like other paranormal shows. These folks will show you if something is there or not. Check them out at www.stokedhaunted.com. You want to check out also Billy Beaujeu. He is the Wrestle Gamer at WGS TV over on Twitch. So So check him out. He does video games reviews as well as a lot of wrestling news and reports as well. And I am Joseph Scoldren 9. You can follow him. Just do the hashtag Scoldren's Realm. That'll take you to not only my YouTube page here, but a Facebook Live page. Also on Twitch, which is that I do video game plays, I do news reviews, I do movies, and I do classic TV show reviews. And I gotta say, the movie Solo definitely was garbage. So not anything.
Was it?
It was. It was just done too fast for my taste. It was just they played out the whole story in a matter of an hour. They didn't give it time to like build really slow. They was like, okay, everybody, here it is. Here's your plate. But with that, also, I'm currently going to be seeing the Avengers, the Infinity Wars, and I'll be giving you my reviews on that as well. And again, check out BC Games and More at 9:30 tonight Eastern Standard Time with the Vovacious Mrs. A and BC himself. Check them out at hashtag BC Games and More tonight. Again, HazardCom is coming. I'll be there. And for the hardcore crew, I'm going to say, Rick, we hope to see you next week. And coming up now, the WWE's pay-per-view of Extreme Rules, and we will be giving our picks when it comes close to the pay-per-view. So check everybody out in their links. Check us out, check me out as well. And with that, folks, we're going to say, have a nice night. Lance?
Buy the shirt!
That's a nice touch. I like that. Come on, Kayla, your turn.
And buy the booty shorts.
Damn it, Shane, quit sending those in.
Yeah, right?